Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to NIHL Radio 1 here at Blackburn Ice Arena for this game between the Blackburn Hawks and the Telford Tigers. Alongside me for this one is Johnny Comber.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me on, Brian. I am full of a cold, but I'm sure that'll improve my plastic Scouse accent.
Hey, don't worry about it. Anyway, so as we come into tonight's game, of course, Stuart Ashton for the Hawks is serving a ban, as is Ollie Lomax, who are missing both of those. But both teams have come on the ice a little short tonight.
Yeah, 14 plus 1 for Blackburn. Like we said, Stewie Ashton's now. Nick Trappans will start and there'll be no backup on the bench. Same for Telford, really, apart from they do have a backup on the bench. 14 plus 2 for them. And we already had quite a comical moment to start the game off. I'll let you tell it, Brian.
Yes, as Dangy Brittle, obviously well accustomed to this ice, came out and a little too accustomed, skated all the way to the Blackburn end, started scraping and roughing up the ice before then realising he was on the wrong side of the ice and had to go and sort out the crease of his own end. So Nick Strappans had that little bit less work to do to start.
They have a man down.
And I think there were only 2 shots on that entire power play. And
nothing really threatening.
Neither of them were major quality chances. So, like you say, a good penalty kill by the Hawks as now Mikko Searman down this left-hand side into the Tigers' end, shoots, tries to be gloved down by Dangy. He doesn't catch it. Now held behind once more now by Bentham on the right-hand side. Bentham trying to drop it down as it's picked off by Harrison. They have the high man to the Tigers, picked out well by Nick Oliver. Played forward once more as Searman drops in. Bentham unable to handle clean as he just loses out. And now carried forward by Harrison, dropped off by Adam Brittle, and now Viney. Viney tries to play it towards the middle, batted out of the air and picked up by Nick Oliver. And now the Hawks have an odd man rush here. Good chance for them, dropped off by Roy. He's unable to get to Oliver as it's just tipped away brilliantly by Harrison. Picked up now by Searman behind, tries to play it towards the middle for Nick Oliver. Just over the corner, unbelievable. Picked up once more and dropped back to the point for Nick Oliver. Another shot goes off the leg of Viney and now played forwards for Aaron Davis off his skate, and the Tigers will just about clear back to neutral ice. But what a little stretch of play from the Hawks. It's held by Dale White. White now playing it forwards, bounces off a couple bodies and drops to Jets. Now Bowley back behind to Jets with a backhand chance. Rebound, what a save. Trappans just about cleared, batted out of the air, picked up once more off a body and into the corner. Streetley tries to clear, goes down behind now for Carroll Jets. Still looking for a pass, gets it for Luke Brittle with the shot, again patted away and cleared all the way down the ice by Streetley. As that face-off again tied up, but won eventually by the Hawks, as Nick Oliver looks to try and work a way out. Unable to do so as he's checked well by Luke Brittle, and now played right out in front, back towards the slot as an unselfish play, but there was no one there, and with the blind pass he wouldn't have known that. As now played forward by Bentham, goes off the leg of Oliver and now played towards the middle for Searman. Searman with a shot, just rings wide into the corner, all the way back to neutral ice and collected by Bentham. He plays across now for Streetley. Streetley's going to throw that deep as that's sticked out of the air almost expertly by Danny Brittle. And now played forward to Bowley off his stick, and now Luke Brittle. Luke Brittle down this right-hand side into the Hawks' end. Drops back for Bowley. Back to Luke Brittle with the one-timer, and still
no goal. Just
about Trappans saves as Wardell waves no goal as he just kept that out.
That is without a doubt a highlight reel save there from Nick Trappans. He's gone full spread as such, lying down flat on his back to lie on that puck.
We'll have to see the GoPros to whether that crossed the line. Luke Brittle looked convinced, but there were no other protests from the Tigers.
The goal judge didn't flinch at all, the light didn't come on.
Towards the half boards, and that is the end of the first period. A heavily action-packed first period, but this game sheet still remains empty. Searman on the right-hand side drops it off now for Duncombe. Duncombe fakes a slap shot and tries to play it to Searman. Actually fans on it though, and will play it all the way across now for Aaron Davis on the point. His pick though, as it goes too hard off his skate, and it is Matt Viney and Adam Brittle in a 2-on-1. Great diving poke check by Steve Duncombe. Stops that pass getting through. 9:55, we're exactly halfway through this game. Still no goals scored as yet, as that face-off is won by Luke Brittle. He carries it all the way around, and it's picked off by Duncombe and just out of the Hawks' end towards Aaron Davis. He ties up the stick well though of Dale White as this is pressed up against the boards, as that's picked out now by Duncombe and forwards. Now back to Duncombe. He's going to take a shot. Rebound chance for Bentham. Scores! And the Blackburn Hawks are on the board first with just over half the game gone. It is 1-0.
Big rebound there from Danny Brittle. He didn't really know where it was. Ray Bentham literally crashing in to him, but made contact with the puck first to poke it home before falling over Danny Brittle. Be amazed if Telford play like they did on that power play a couple of minutes ago, they don't get a goal from it, because they played very well with a lot of shots on Nick Trapan's.
That face-off, though, to open it is won by the Hawks. Unable to clear those, Bowley keeps it in, and now to Luke at the point. He drops it across for Adam. Down this right-hand side, now back to Luke on the point. Now Bowley on the left-hand side. Plays it across for Adam with a shot right through the pads and scores as the Tigers crack their duckhead in half and get it to 1 on that side of the board, and we are tied once more.
Great well-worked goal there on the power play, just passing the puck around the circles, waiting to find time and space. The pass went across the zone for Adam Brittle to one-time it. I think it's gone through Trapan's 5-hole. It's certainly a low-down shot. I can't complain. No one can complain from Blackburn, to be honest. They deserved the goal on that first power play with how well they played, and they've got one second time around here.
And just over 4.5 minutes left here in the second. As that's played forward, picked up now by Luke Brittle as he skates over the blue line. His slap shot kind of bounces and bobbles off his stick, but comes back to him, played in front for Carroll Jetson. What a save! Nick Trapans somehow keeping that out the net.
Yeah, again, he's lying on it somehow. What a save. Carroll Jets actually bangs himself on the head out of frustration of how that's not gone in.
Picked off by Viney, though, and the Tigers look to come forwards now with Adam Brittle. Adam Brittle gets around the last man, around Trapans. What a save again! Sprawling stop by Nick Trapans to keep Adam Brittle out. Picked up now once again by Searman. He's going to play that forwards for Royds. Royds now forwards towards Nick Oliver. Picked off again by Goodison, and Goodison's found a way through the middle. In on one. Great save again, Nick Trapans, to keep Goodison off the board.
Running out of ways to describe these saves. The space of that, the 1 minute 30 of that power play, he's made two big saves. We're going to end the second period on the power play. There is 1 minute 53 on the clock.
Unless, of course, they score as they win that face-off. Back to Bentham with a shot, just goes wide. Rebound, score! Joseph Istocci!
There you go,
just as you said it, he puts the puck in the back of the net to give Hawks the lead once more to 2-1.
Not much Danny Brittle could do there. The shot from Rick Bentham from the blue line goes flying past the post, hit the boards, comes back out. Joseph Istocci. Basically, Danny Brittle doesn't know where the puck is. Joseph Istocci's got time and space just to knock that home. With 1 minute 47 left in the second period, it's now 2-1 to Blackburn Hawks.
By Duncombe and cleared all the way down the ice towards Royds, and now Streetley. Streetley in the middle, plays it for Royds, plays it all the way across for Searman, shoots, great save.
Hasn't got it.
And still held just underneath Dangy now as it rolled under his pad. And another big scuffle in Danny Brittle's crease as he looked very shaky there.
Yeah, he looked down and out there. I think it was a case of Blackburn didn't really know where the puck had gone.
Duncombe on this right-hand side, sticked away again by Duncombe as he lost that clear. Now back towards Searman, dropped off for Aaron Davis, and now Searman again. Miko Searman in towards the middle, back to Searman. What a save! Daniel Brittle just got across and got his blocker onto that as that's cleared back down. Unbelievable stop. Now carried forward once again by the Tigers as they get in. Bowley now to Luke Brittle with a shot. Just goes off a stick and over. Now collected once more by Bentham. Over now for Searman. Searman now drops it back into the Hawks' end as they look to try and buy a bit of time, and now Searman again. Bounces that off the boards towards Riddick. Cut out at the blue line though. Drops all the way back for Bobby Streetley, and now Searman once more. Back to Streetley again. He just hammers that almost through the glove of Danny Brittle into the corner. As that's cut out in the middle by Bentham, shoots, what a save! Danny Brittle again into the glove as he drops that and even passes it forwards as the Tigers look to counter. Fired in by Bowley on Trapans as that's padded into the corner. Trying to chase there is, I believe, Dan McCreel, but he can't get there in time as Searman now chips that forwards for Bentham. Bentham over the blue line, cuts towards the middle and does well. Drops it off for a man that wasn't there, but Searman just about gets to it. Searman now pressured along the boards, back to the point for Nick Oliver with a shot. Tipped in front, Redder just goes wide. And picked up again in the corner now by Hustwick. Hustwick now buying a bit of time and dropping it all the way across ice to Harrison. Now looking for a route through the middle. Harrison does find it. Drops it off towards Adam Brittle. Adam Brittle now shoots, scores! What a finish! Picked an unbelievably tight top corner and ties the game up for the Tigers.
That's Adam Brittle at his best. What a goal, what a finish. Seen it many times in this rink here, but we're in black and white rather than black and orange. And against the run of play, if I'm honest, they've tied things up. because how Blackburn didn't score on those 3 chances they had is just outstanding. If I'm honest, I'll be proven wrong by the replays, but that blocker save, the first one by Danny Brittle, it's save of the season for me. That is absolutely fantastic.
As you say, absolutely unbelievable stop, and it looks like it may have turned the tides potentially, because
without a doubt,
if Hawks had scored there, Tigers' heads might have dropped, but as it is, not long after that happened, they've gone up the ice and equalised. Curtis plays that for Aaron Davis. Aaron Davis circles round and drops that for Bentham, who tips that into the Tigers' end. Chases well and gets there first as he fires that around now behind for Searman. Searman now back out in front for Bentham, can't get the shot away.
It was tied up brilliantly.
Streetley now with a shot off the body of Betteridge and behind as he tries to clear around the boards. Comes to Luke Brittle now as he drops that forwards. No, he doesn't. He goes over the blue line, drops it back now for Carroll Jets. Now back all the way across for Bowley. Back to Jets again. Shoots, scores! The Tigers take the lead, courtesy of Carroll Jets, with a great play from that line of Brittle, Bowley and Jets.
What a well-worked goal. They had multiple chances to take a shot, and they thought, no, hang on a minute, one more pass, we get an even better chance. Hang on a minute, one more pass again, and we'll get a better chance. And they did that and found Carroll Jets wide open in the middle. He's not going to miss that chance. He missed one earlier on, and he's made up for it there with a goal. And, well, against the run of play again, I'm going to say it, it's for the second time in the space of 4 or 5 minutes. They've scored against the run of play, 3-2 to Telford Tigers, and Blackburn Hawks are going to take a timeout.
They are collected with ease and carried forwards now by Streetley and played forwards again for Bentham. Bentham now into the Tigers zone, shoots off the post, off the stick of Dan Brittle, and into the corner as now Streetley collects.
How that didn't go in, I really do not know.
As that puck bounces off the shelf around the glass, and now Adam Brittle coming forwards down this right-hand side. Adam Brittle and Matt Viney, as Matt Viney just a bit too eager over that blue line, and it is offside.
Replay that scenario 1,000 times that Rick Bentham just had, and you wouldn't get that outcome again. I think it hit the inside of Danny Brittle's stick as it was down, flicked up, and it's hit either post or crossbar. I couldn't tell, but how it didn't go in. An inch lower after it's flicked off the stick, and it's in the back of the net.
A pass, and now it comes for Streetley back in his own end. Streetley now playing that forwards for Rick Bentham over the blue line, plays it all the way across the ice towards Riddick. Bouncing puck, cut out of the air and played forwards again by Harrison all the way down the ice. Streetley's going to get there first, no icing as it won't reach the goal line, and now Streetley's going to turn and play it for Bentham once more and drops for Duncombe. Now back towards Streetley over the blue line. He rings that around the boards behind now to be collected by Croft. He's checked by Riddick. Searman's in there as well. Tigers still come away with this though, with Carroll Jets, as he plays forward now for Bowley. Bowley now, slap shot off a stick, Luke Brittle, rebound, score! Tigers make it 4 on a very lucky bounce rebound for Luke Brittle.
You talked about earlier how Blackburn didn't quite get lucky bounce with that shot for Rick Bentham that hit the crossbar. Well, Telford just got one there. Not sure whose stick it was for Blackburn, but it would pick a massive deflection. Trappans had gone to his left to save the shot where it was going, and there's a wide open net there for Telford to tap that puck in. And 4-2 up now. Did not see this coming at the start of the third period, but credit to Telford. They had their backs against the wall when Hawks piled the pressure on and Danny Brittle stood on his head, and when they've had the chances down the other end, they've taken them.
As now picked up by Bowley and back to Washburn, all the way across now for Harrison. Harrison with a slap shot, tipped just wide off Luke Brittle's stick. Again rings around as Searman plays that forwards. Tip forwards for Rick Bentham, in clean on Brittle. Save! Danny Brittle with the toe as he falls back and knocks the net off. And there will be a penalty on the Tigers though, as a slash came in on Rick Bentham as he took that shot. But again, what an unbelievable save, Danny Brittle. As we come to the end of this broadcast, I'd like to thank you all for listening. As it stands at the end of this game, Blackburn Hawks 2, Telford Tigers 4.